Hello, everyone. Ankidu Training Team extends a warm welcome to you. We are thrilled to have you join us today for our webinar on occupational health and safety, also in oil fields. My name is Mohammed, and I will be your host for this session. The webinar will be presented by our speaker, Engineer Kadhim Issa. Mr. Kadhim Issa is an oil and gas engineer specializing in occupational health and safety, currently serving as HSE manager and lifting planner in the Rumaila field, Iraq. He brings extensive expertise from working across various oil and gas operations. Mr. Kadhim Issa is a certified HSE trainer through the Engineers Union of Babylon, OSHA Academy, and the American Institute of Safety Professionals, with over 4 years of training experience. Before we start, here are a few quick housekeeping notes. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the Q&A chat box, and we will answer them during the Q&A session at the end. Please note that the session is being recorded.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, thank you very much. Okay,
Uh,
guys, good evening. Can you start, Mr. Muhammad?
Uh, just a minute, please, Mr. Kadhim. We have another note. During the presentation, we will share links in the chat box that will allow you to join Ankido training on LinkedIn, Facebook, and WhatsApp. The certificate registration form link will be provided at the end of the presentation. Certificates will be issued within 3 days of receiving the necessary information through this link only. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kadhim Issa. You can introduce yourself in detail. The floor is yours.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, thank you so much for this introduction. Hello, guys. Good evening. This is Kadhim Issa. The Kadhim Issa Kadhim. I'm petroleum engineer. It's mean oil and gas engineer. Also, I'm working in the HSC specialist, and now my position as the HSC manager and lifting planner in the oil field. I'm HSC trainer from a lot of the training center in Iraq and another country from the international training centers. Also, I'm NIBOSH certified, NIBOSH IDC, International General Certificate, NIBOSH Process Safety Management, NIBOSH Incident Investigation, NIBOSH Oil and Gas. Also, IOSH Managing Safely, IOSH Working Safely, a certified lifting planner, and certified safety professional. This is the ongoing certificate, inshallah. Today, we will talk about the occupational health and safety in the oil field. This is the course. Inform you, this is the specialist. Why the specialty is very important in the oil field and the other engineering sector. We will start. Our lecture will be 40 minutes, and after that we will answer all your questions, inshallah. Okay, our agenda today, guys. Minute. Good. Our agenda today, we will talk introduction to the occupational health and safety. After that, we will talk about the hazard in the oil field. Also, we will talk about the safety regulation and the standards. Also, we will talk about risk assessment process. After that, we will talk about emergency response planning and the safety culture and the human behavior. After that, we will talk about HSE management system. The HSE is mean health, safety, environment management system. Also, we will talk about incident reporting and investigation. And in the last, we will talk about the training and the competency and the importance for these specialists. We will talk in the first topic today to the introduction to the occupational health and safety. As you know, guys, 1 minute, sorry. As you know, the occupational health and safety severe policy and procedure is putting in our workplace, okay, to be ensuring all the requirement and the people in the oil field is safe. Okay, and this is the procedure, and this is the policy, this is the law. Okay, should be monitored from the management. Good. Why the occupational health and safety is important in the oil field? The oil field, as you know, is high risk activity. Why the high risk? Because there are a lot of the hazard, like the toxic gases, H2S, CH4, it's mean the methane. 1 minute, I need the pen. Okay. Minute, sorry. Where is the? Okay. As you know, the H2S, okay, CH4, it's mean the methane, CO, SO2, okay, this is product from the H2S after the flaring the H2S. Okay, the ensuring the occupational health and safety practices help to prevent the injury and the accident and fatality in our work. Now we will talk about key objective of the health and safety. Our objective, the first, to protect the worker, because everyone have family, have friends, okay, and minimize the exposure to the hazards and risk. Compliance with the law, meet the national and the international safety standards like the OSHA, like the ILO. As you know, the OSHA, the Occupational Health and Safety Administration, this is American standards, okay? This established in 1971 in USA, okay? In United States American. And the ILO, it's mean International Labor Organization. And also this is UK standards, okay? United Kingdom. Also enhance the efficiency, as you know, the success business is the safe business, and the safe environment increase the productivity and the morale for our employees. Okay, now the important question, and a lot of the interview and a lot of the people working in this specialist and don't know why this specialist is founded in or needed in our organization, why it's important to manage safely, and or why you need to working in the HSE, or why you need to be HSE. A lot of the question, the answer of this question is this. Okay, for 3 reasons. Okay, these 3 reasons: moral, legal, financial. Let us talk about this is important 3 reasons. Everyone need to 1 minute, sorry. Everyone need to work, okay, or understand the HSE. He should to understand this question, why it's important to the municipality. And the first, for the moral reason, and the moral reason related with the family, okay? Everyone have friends, have father, mother, sister, wife, sons, and from our moral duty to protect him from any harm, injury. Number 2, legal. Why legal? Okay, as you know, any country in the world, okay, have law in the labor law. For example, in Iraq, we have labor law, and this labor law have part for occupational health and safety. And this is the occupational health and safety law. In the Iraqi law, push the organization, okay, to provide safe environment for the people and for the worker, and provide, for example, PPE, provide training, develop the employees. This is commitment and the rules push from the Iraqi government for the organization. And the organization, if anything happen and the investigation it's done for this accident or the fatal thing, the court make investigation, okay, and the fatal or the accident. This may be to the civil law or the criminal law, okay? As you know, we have two laws, civil law and the criminal law. Criminal law, okay? And the third, reason for the occupational health and safety is the financial. As you know, when the accident happened, okay, there are costs. True, there are costs for any accident. The cost have two things. Is number one, direct. Number two, indirect. Okay. What's the meaning of the direct? What's the meaning of the indirect? The direct cost, the cost I can make estimation for it. Like if my leg broken, okay, I need to transport me for the hospital, okay, and the doctor need money, and also the work is stopped when the accident happened, okay. Also, I will be in my home for the 2 months, okay, and the company pay for me also the okay, and I have a medical treatment during the period. All this is direct cost. The indirect cost related with the reputation, related with the as you know, with the business, related with the moral. Okay, this is indirect cost. As you know, a lot of the company, when the audit or the something, you need to say to the client, I'm working safely, this is my evidence, I have zero harm, to give them the contract or the work in the oil fields, because the safety is the first. This is three important reasons should be understand from the people, or the people need to working in this specialist, or need to understand this specialist for the moral, the legal, and the financial. Good. Now we will talk about hazard in oil field. As you know, when we need to talk about the hazard, in the first, what is the hazard? The hazard is anything has potential to the case harm. Anything has potential to the case harm. It's mean hazard. Okay, it's mean hazard. This is the hazard. Okay, and the risk. There are difference between the risk and the hazard. The risk, okay, equal hazard plus action. Okay, this is the risk. But the hazard, it's mean anything that has potential to the case harm, guys. And I will also I will send you the lecture is edited if you need it to the edit something. There are difference between the hazard and the risk. And what is the hazard categories or the hazard area? Hazard categories or the hazard area. In the fact, there are 5 categories or 5 areas for the hazard. And the first is material. And the material, like the gases, or salts, liquids, okay? This is the material. And environment, and the environment, like the bad environment related to the slip, trip, full hazard. Also, temperature, noise, uh, radiation hazards. Okay, this is environment. And the third is the equipment. And the main equipment is like the machinery, like the device, like the tools. Okay. And the fourth is people. And the people it's have bad behavior or make unsafe act. Okay. Or the people have stress, or the people have hurry, or drink alcohol, or drug, okay, or stress, or unsafe behavior. All these details related, or incompetent person. Okay, what's the meaning of the competent? The competent is mean the Kate, okay, Kate equal competent in T. Okay. What's the meaning of the Kate? K is abbreviation for the knowledge, and the A abbreviation for the ability, and the T abbreviation for the training, and the E abbreviation for the experience. The person has knowledge, ability, knowledge for this work, ability for execute this work, training about this work, also have experience. It's mean that's Kate, okay, or qualified. Good. And in the last category of the hazard is system. And the system, it's mean the procedure, the policy, wrong procedure, wrong policy, wrong plan. Okay, this is related incident related with the system. Okay, this is the 5 hazards category in the oil field, and this is very important. And if you need to make hazard assessment or risk assessment for the any project, you should, okay, to review this category, okay, to remind what is the hazard related with the project. Okay, good. Now we will talk about the safety regulation and the standards. As you know, guys, global occupational health and safety standards, in the first OSHA, okay, OSHA. And the OSHA, it's abbreviation for the Occupational Safety and Health Standards. And also, this is provide a guideline on the workplace safety and include oil and gas industry standards and related to the okay, good, good. Now that's recording. Good. Dr. Mohammed, you hear me?
Yes, sorry for the technical problem.
No, no, no
Yes,
problem, no problem. No problem. Okay. And if you ask me about this code, it's 29, okay, is the title related with the occupational health and safety from 50 titles in CFR. What's the meaning of the CFR? The CFR, it's mean Code of Federal Regulation, okay? Where's in the American Congress. Good. And this is part, okay? This is part. And the fact there are a lot of the part, but the related part in the oil and gas, 1910 and 1926. 1910 is related with the general industry, and 1926 is related with the construction, guys. For example, if you see 29, okay, CFR, okay, 1926.5. Good. This how I can read this, okay? This is the fifth law from construction in the CFR related to the occupational health and safety. Good. The second one is ILO. The ILO, it's International Labour Organization. And the International Labour Organization, this is UK standards, and this is USA standards on the first, OSHA, and this is UK standards, set international standard for the worker safety, and also the oil and gas extraction industry guideline. Also, the NEBOSH and the IOSH, and this is international recognized qualification focus for the health and safety and environment management related to the oil and the gas. And we will talk about the NEBOSH and the IOSH in the next slide. UK HSE standards, and as you know, there are UK HSE standards, is health and safety execution, HSE, not health, safety, environment, no. This is related to the UK standards, health and safety executive. Good, and this is SETROP's safety standards are widely in Iraq and other countries. Okay, and key regulation include like the control of major accident hazards and management of health and safety work regulation established in 1999, and this is focused about the risk assessment and the safety management system, and also the Iraqi occupational health and safety law. Okay. And this is the OSHA logo. There are a lot of the training center give this training related to the OSHA, like the OSHA Academy, like the NASIP, like the ASP, NASIP, ASP, International Academy for the ASB, American Institute Safety Professional. A lot of the international training center give this training on the OSHA standard, and this is very respectable. And there are two important training. If you see, this is training related with the 1910 and 1926. Guys, if you need to training related to the OSHA, you can study the 1910 related to the general industry and 1926 part related to the 29 from the OSHA, guys. Good. And the IOSH is the Institute Occupational Health and Safety. This is UK institute, okay, and this is a very, very, very wide training. It's have two important training: IOSH Managing Safely, MS, and IOSH Working Safely. Okay, IOSH Managing Safely and IOSH Working Safely. Good. And the NEBOSH National Examination Board, Occupational Safety and Health, and this is very respectable training and certificate related to the NEBOSH. Okay, then also the person need to certify NEBOSH should have experience and also have a good knowledge about the HSE, study OSHA, study IOSH, study the safety standards related international and the local safety standard. After that, he can to enter the NEBOSH and get the certificate. Also, the Board of Certified Safety Professional, and this is have ASB training and CSB training, Certified Safety Professional or Association Safety Professional Certificate. This is the more famous, not just this, but this is the international training now in the occupational health and safety specialist. Good. Now we will talk about, guys, for the risk assessment process. Risk assessment, we will talk about the risk. Risks mean the hazard plus exposure. For example, the toxic gases is hazard. Why? Because it's harm me when breathing it. Okay, this is hazard because have potential to the harm me. Okay, and the risk when I walking inside the station. Okay, and have exposure for this gas. Okay, this is the risk. Good. The risk assessment, it's a process of identify the hazard, evaluate the risk associated with them. Also, implementation of the control measure to minimize or eliminate the risk in the workplace. What is the step of the risk assessment, guys? In the first, identify the hazard, and I can identify the hazard from the hazard category, okay, or the hazard type, like the physical, chemical, biological, ergonomic, material, environment, equipment, people, system, okay. Also evaluate the risk, and we will talk about the evaluate the risk in the uh, second slide. Now, just we will talk the evaluate the risk. How I can evaluate the risk? In the first, guys, there are have two indicators for the risk. Number one, it's likelihood or probability. Number two, the consequences or severity. Okay. How I can to define the likelihood? The likelihood, it's measure the chance of the hazardous events. Okay. Okay. And the severity or the consequence, it's the outcome of the hazardous event. If we take example, guys, if we take example, okay, if I have, this is the wire of the electrical, okay, this is for my charger, for my mobile, okay, this is for the example, okay, this is wire for the electricity. This is hazard. Why this is hazard? Because if there are potential when I contact with it, there are potential to electrical shock happen for me. This is hazard. Okay. When I need to know the likelihood of the consequences on the first, the likelihood is measure the chance of the hazardous event. If this is the wire, have joy, have bad condition and not protected, okay, there are high probability or the likelihood to electrical shock happen for me. Why? Because it's bad condition I have joined. Good. And if this wire coming from the generator for the 220 volt and 10 ampere, okay, what is the consequence if the electrical shock happen for me? Dead. High consequence. For all the hazard is the same. I will study the likelihood and the consequence. Good. The likelihood, like if our example, like the likelihood is 3 from the 5, and the consequence is 4. Okay, so multiply, and this is risk matrix. Okay, it's high. This is need to be controlled. This is need to be controlled. This is need to be controlled. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. Okay, this is acceptable. Good. In the Third one in the risk assessment, the control measure. Also, we can apply the control measure by using hierarchy of control. And the hierarchy of control also in this second, okay, this is hierarchy of control. And this is very important technique using for the control the hazards. It's a start from the elimination. It's the most effective, and the end or finish in the PPE, it's the least effective. And this is, as you know, the elimination. Elimination, it means physically remove the hazards. Physically remove the hazard. Like for the example, if I have excavation, this is hazardous. Why? Because the people have potential to the fall on this excavation. Good. How I can eliminate this hazard? When I burn, okay, burn the excavation. There are no excavation. There are no physical or the volume for the excavation. I remove it. Good. And the second one, it's elimination. Sorry, substitution. Substitution, it's mean replace the hazard. Replace the hazard, and the hazard have less hazard from the another one. Okay, from the another one. Like if you wash your clothes in your hand, this is hazard. Why? Because there are chemical things push for your hands. Okay, you have ergonomic thing like your back, okay, or your neck damage. Okay, if you need to replace this hazard, you bring or buy electrical washer from the market. Electrical washer have less hazards from the when you wash your clothes in your hand, but have hazards, have electrical hazard, mechanical hazards. Good. It's substitution. Like you have bad generator, you bring another one best from the last one or the old one. Good. A third, it's engineering control, and engineering control is mean isolate people from the hazards, and the fact, guys, the isolate people from the hazard. It's like if we have this excavation, I can make verification for this. Okay, and also the administrative control. It's mean the change the way of the people work or the system. All the thing related with the management or the like the training. The training is administrative control. If we bring a new machine and need to train our people about this machine or the operator, I need the training. The training is control. And that's the training need to communicate with the training center, training company, pay money, all this. This is administrative control. Good. Also, in the last, it's PPE. It's PPE. It's mean the personal protective equipment like the helmet, coverall, glasses, mask, safety shoes. All this the PPE, personal protective equipment, guys. The personal protective equipment, guys, and the least effective of the hierarchy of control. Also, because can control just for the severity of the hazards and the risk. And if I wear the helmet and push me like a crane or hit me the car or fall in the excavation, I think the helmet don't useful for me because there are high fatality. Okay, for this reason, we need to eliminate, substitute, engineering control, administrative control because the PPE. Good. And after the control measure, document of the findings and the risk assessment, and also the regular review for the risk assessment and the update Why? Because also the work is changed, people is changed. Like if our risk assessment also is updated about in the previous plan and the work is changed, if the also the construction, okay, you make risk assessment of the risk assessment for the foundation. After 1 month, you have working at height because you build your building, okay, or the facilities. You need to the updated the hazard. Good. Guys, we'll talk about emergency response plan. And if you know the emergency response plan, it's plan outline the procedure and the action be taken during the emergency to minimize the harm to the. Like we have to think ERP plus MERP. This is constant document. Mr. Sajjad, please. Okay, good. This is two documents, important, emergency response plan and medical emergency response plan. The M, it's me, sorry. Medical emergency response plan. As an organization, and I have worked in the oil field. What is the emergency of the oil field? Like gas release, fire. Okay, this is very wide, medical treatment. Okay, guys. Something related to the earthquake. This is emergency. Guys, animals, dogs, okay, lion or things is founded in the desert or the oil fields. Every place or the workplace have different emergency from another. Why? Related with the activity. Okay, related to the activity. As an organization, I should to make emergency response plan. Like if the fire happen, how I can to respond for this emergency? Like I train people for the using fire extinguisher. Okay, guys? I have firefighting system. I have trained people for the evacuation and the emergency practice drills. And if we talk about medical emergency response plan, this is the document talk about the medical cases in your workplace. If you have medical treatments cases in your workplace, how we can respond? Do you have first aider? Do you have doctor or the clinic in your workplace? Do you have emergency car? Okay, emergency car to the transport. This is injured people from your workplace to the hospital. This is ERP and MERP. And for your information, every work site have 4 documents. Number 1, risk assessment. Number 2, MOS. And MOS, it means method of statement. Method of statement. And this is the stage of the project. Number 3, ERP. And number 4, MERP. Any workplace or the project need these, the document, risk assessment, method of statement, emergency response plan, medical emergency response plan, to can the permit holder or the performing authority or the permit coordinator to go to the station and get the permit from the client to work. Okay, guys? Good. Now we will talk about safety culture and the human behavior. As you know, the safety culture is referred to the behavior, attitude, value, or beliefs, okay, of the employees to the share regarding to the safety in the workplace. Positive safety culture is also encourage the proactive safety behavior or the leading indicator. Proactive safety behavior, it's mean leading. As you know, there are proactive and reactive and leading and lagging indicators and everything. If you make it training, this is leading and a proactive indicator for your organization and indicate your positive safety culture as the organization. If you report for the accidents, this is proactive and leading indicator for you and positive safety culture. If you make investigation, this is lagging and reactive indicator. Why? Because the investigation happened when the accident happened. Okay. The difference between leading and lagging on proactive and reactive is the accident. Before the accident is leading. After the accident, okay, it's lagging. Good. What the element of the strong safety culture, like the leadership commitment, everyone is leader for the safety. Not I am the safety supervisor should monitor you. You are safety supervisor in your work. You are an engineer. You should be safety leader, not your position. Engineer for the drilling or the wire line or need to the HSE coming to you to, okay. Employee involvement for the fast when you to the change something or that you should do the make or take sorry the consultation from the employee, okay, because you need to the experience and the ideas. Also continuous training and the education, the positive build up, and also the accountability and the responsibility is related to the safety. Okay, the accountability also lead to the responsibility. Okay, the accountability, you are accountable about for things, it's mean like the responsibility. Good. Also human behavior, as you know, it's mean that you understand the risk, okay, and be competent over the time, leading to a lot of the good behaviors, although in the positive that to leading to the unsafe behavior. Good. And this is, as you know, this is a reflect positive safety culture. There are TBT, okay? And as you know, the TBT is toolbox talk. This is the meeting before the work, meeting from the 10 to the 15 minutes before the work is talk about our plan to work and the safety procedure related to the work. Good. The HSE management system, guys, there are key elements for the HSE management system. If I need to make HSE management system, health safety environment, I have key to build this the management HSE management system. And the first, I have policy as the organization, policy and the commitment or from the senior management and highlight commitment to the safety. Planning to identify the hazard, assessing the risk, determine the control measure. Number 3, implementation and operation. Establish rule, responsibility, training, process to meet the HSE objective. Performing, monitoring, and the measurement. You should have KPI. KPI, it's mean key performance indicator every month. The nemesis, also the name, the accident, the unsafe act, the unsafe condition, the investigation. Okay, to need to compare our performance in the next month, in the next in the past month, and in the next month, and in the last year, and in our current year. Good. Review and the continuous improvement about the lagging and something is wrong. Good. And as you know, there are BDK cycle, guys, BDK cycle for the HSE management system. This is related to the ISO 45001, okay? And the ISO, it's mean ISO, International Standards Organization, okay? And this is the organization established a lot of the standard related to the HSE 45001. And there are a lot of the standards like 99001, and this is related to the quality management, and 14001 is related to the environment, and 20000 is related to the food safety, and also a lot of the standards related to the ISO. This is BDK cycle, plan, do, check, act. And the plan have policy and the planning, and they do have risk profile, organization, implementation or plan, check, and the check is mean the measuring performance, and also the act. Okay, guys, related to the lesson learned and review the performance. Good. Now we will talk about the incident reporting and investigation. Okay, and incident, as you know, what's the meaning of the incident, and what's the type of the incident? Good. The importance of the incident, as you know, is to identify the critical incident to the report and prevent the future incident. And now why the incident is happening. And the incident is defined as undesirable event happen. Undesirable event happen, it means the incident. Type of the incidents to the report, number one, near-misses and near-misses, all the event that did not result injury. This is near-misses. Unsafe act, unsafe condition, the behavior, the unsafe behavior and unsafe condition that lead to the accidents. And the accident or the injury, it's undesirable event, have harm for the personal or the equipment or the environment. Good. What's the incident investigation process? In the first, we need to the initial reporting about the incident. Number two, we have investigation team related to the level of this incident. And after that, we need to make root cause analysis, okay? Technique to the now the reason or like root causes for this the incident. After that, we need to the make CAPA. It's mean corrective and preventive action related to the root cause analysis. And after that, we need to the reporting and document this as the lesson learned related to this accident. And in the last slide today, it's talking about training and the competency. And we talk about the competency. As you know, why the training and the competency matters is, as you know, proper training is ensure that the worker understand the hazards, okay, and how we can face him, okay? Also, the competency is not just about talking the knowledge, but ability to be safety skilled and effectively in the field. Okay, guys. Why need to train the people and raise the competency? For example, there are important statistics. 78, guys, 78% from the incidents are human error. Human error. And the 22 related to the 22 related to the system, equipment, environment, material. But 78, guys, huge percentage from the incident related to human error. Or the people have bad behavior, or the person have a small experience, or people have little knowledge, or people have bad attitude or bad safety culture. This is when we make investigation of international standards like the OSHA, okay, have also the annual statistic for the incident. For approximately 78 from the incident is a human. For this reason, you need to train people and write the competency. And as we talk about the competency, okay, knowledge, ability, training, and experience. Because when the people, okay, work safe, the working is, and the people also the generator of the work. And if the work working safe, the work is executed safely. Thank you so much, guys. As you know, the HSC specialists have a lot of the talk and a lot of the importance thing. But inshallah, in the future, we will talk for the something specialist like the risk assessment just or the investigation or the competency or the HSC management system to be wide and clear for the any object of this. I choose in this lecture the important topic in the HSE and talk basically about this. Thank you for the attendance. Mr. Muhammad, if you hear me, now I complete my lecture.
Okay, sure, Mr. Kadhim. Thank you for your presentation on occupational health and safety as in oil fields. So I think we have some questions in the chat box, so you
Good,
can find them and answer them, please.
good, good. Mr. Fatma, the recorded lecture, yes. Mr. Intidar, Miss Intidar, thank you. Good. Where is the question? Okay, we'll start in the first. Good, good, good. The first question. It is good. Good. Mr. Rafat Saad يقول sorry. Is there a local law or regulation regarding the occupational health and safety? Yes. Okay. I can share Iraqi law. If you are from the Iraq, okay, I can share the Iraqi law related to the occupational health and safety. But if you are from the Egypt, I have a lot of the my trainer Egypt. I can request this the local law related to the occupational health and safety. Good. Good. Sir, how to rate the likelihood and severity from 1 to the 5? This is important question. Mr. Muhammad, you will, okay.
Yes, Mr. Kadhim, I can hear you.
Okay, we will show the risk matrix because this is important question from the Mr. Prophet.
Sure.
Good. Okay. Guys, Mr. Rafet asked, okay, ask how to rate the likelihood and severity from the 1 to the 5. How I can choose the likelihood 1 or likelihood 2 or likelihood 3. Good. Or, sir, I have picture, Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, Mr. Kadhim.
Just 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Let's start. I think something wrong in the laptop. Sir, you can choose the likelihood from the 1 to the 5. The 1, it's okay, it's unlikely, very unlikely, very unlikely. Something not happen. Okay. Number 2, it's just unlikely. Okay, just unlikely. not very unlikely. Okay. Number 3, fairly likely. Fairly likely. Number 4, okay. Number 4, it's likely or possible. Number 5, very likely or very possible. And related to the consequence, if you need to take one, this is it's called insignificant. Insignificant, it's mean something have no effect. And if you take 2, it's mean minor, and the minor is need simple first aid. If you choose a 3, this is immediate, or sorry, medium, okay? And medium person have injuries or have effect the severity or the consequence for the 3. This is need to be absence or leave the work from the 3 to the 7 day. If you choose 4, okay, the absence day is increased. More than 7 days is major, like the broken, okay? If your bone is broken, you need to the absence from the work like 3 weeks or the 2 weeks or the 1 month. This is major. And the 5, this is fatal or catastrophic, something fatal or okay? Good. The second one was the difference between the NIBOSH and the OSHA and the oil and gas. And the fact, the OSHA is the for the standard, for the establish and regulate the standard, safety standard. And the NIBOSH is National Examination Board to evaluate you if you are competent for this specialist or not. And the first, you should to the read the law depending on the OSHA standards. And the NIBOSH have assessment for you. If you pass it, okay, you are competent or you are specialized in the occupational health and safety. Good, Mr. Karim? Good. How to convert the 5 multiply 5 matrix to the 6 multiply 6 matrix. In the past, we don't have matrix related to the 6 multiply and the 6. We have 3 multiply 3, 5 multiply 5, 10 multiply 10. But in the fact, the most famous and used matrix now in the oil field and the construction and other sector, generic sector, is 5 multiply 5. Good. Use common, exactly. Good. Good. Mr. Ahmed say, can you please send us the PDF file? Mr. Muhammad, you can send the file or what?
We can talk with you about this subject also in order to decide
No problem.
can
From my side, no problem.
okay, so we can send the presentation file to
Okay,
all follow all of them through email.
no problem.
Okay,
No problem.
okay,
No
okay, Mr.
problem.
Kadhim, any another question in order to close the
No, I
webinar?
think there are no question.
No question. Okay. Uh, I think there is a last question from
Where
uh, here I can.
Salam,
Yes.
how I can introduce the worker competence in the risk assessment matrix. Good. And the fact, guys, if we talk about the competency, as you know, the competency is very important thing. There are training matrix and the training skill analysis, Mr. If you have like if you have working with the overhead line, you have project overhead line in the in the something or the oil field. Your work is related with the electricity, and your activity related to the construction and the working at height. Why? You have overhead line. Okay, you need to then still activity, lifting activity, and the working at height activity. Why? Because you need to the using the man lift to the lift the people and the working at height. Okay, guys, this is your activity. You should to make risk matrix related to this project. What do you need? Okay, in the first, you need first aider. You need working at height training for the technician using the man lift. Okay, what do you need? You need H2S training for the people because you are working in the oil field. Okay, you need training related to the document control for the working for the document. You need training related like with the DDT, defensive driving training for the driver. You need training related with the for example, related with the working at height rescue, because if the someone fell from the mal lift, okay, you need to the training for the lifting, okay, lifting planning, training for the lifting planner, lifting supervision for the lifting supervisor, and also rigging and the sligging, because how you can to the instill the ring or the pool of the electrical, you need to the using the crane, okay, because you have related to your activity, you should to the train your people and make a training matrix, and this is should be to the follow and the plan also and improvement.
Okay, Mr. Kadhim. 70 from Hikmat. Saada, the last question, please. 78% are related to humans. What about management failure? He asks.
Okay, the management failure, if you talk about the system, this is the system. This is from the 21, the 22. But if the management failure related to the improve the people, okay. But if we talk about the incident, what is the causes of this is the incident? 78 from the incident is the human error. Why? Like the driver is speed using the forklift, okay, or the people work under the lifting, okay. This is unsafe act from the people. But when the load is filling due to leak in the hydraulic system of the crane, this is lack of the maintenance. This is related to the equipment. This is related to the 22 percentage. Okay, this is the statistic from the OHSA for the 2020. Okay, for the 2020, 78 from the accident, and this is increase in the, I think in the some year is for the 90 related to the unsafe act and the unsafe behavior. When we need make the investigation, okay, Mr. Example of the control measure that reduce the consequence. Okay, the PPE. Okay, the PPE is reduce the consequence. Like if you use the cutter, okay, use the cutter to cut pipe, okay. If you use the cutter without, okay, gloves, okay, and the cutter is hits your finger, okay. If you don't wear gloves, okay, your finger will cut. And if you wear the gloves, I think you injured your just simple injury for your finger. The consequence it reduces from the high to the low. No, no, sir. No, no, sir. So
Okay.
for this reason, the PPE in the last effective of the hierarchy of control.
Okay, Mr. Kadhim, I think we can close our webinar. At the conclusion of today's webinar on occupational health and safety oaths in oil fields, dear attendees, thank you for joining Ankidu Training today. We hope you found this session informative and engaging. So, Mr. Kadhim Issa, Ankidu Training team appreciates your efforts and your interesting presentation. Hope to see you at future events. At the end of the session, we would like to
Inshallah.
have a nice time and bye bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And in the future, we will coordinate with Ankidu Training for the another training related with the topic today, because every topic today have different details. Inshallah. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.